Good morning, fans of the TBT. We are so excited. We got a great guest for us today. He is part of the Florida DRC. He is their head coach, Stanley Cromartie. The Florida DRC are led by NFL star Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, and they have kind of joined up with the Florida TNT. So we've got a lot of great players, a lot of talent on one roster. We are excited to talk to their head coach, Stanley Cromartie, all about that today. Stanley, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're got to usually we discuss the past, the present, and the future of the team. Obviously, with this team, the past is quite interesting with the fact that it's a mixture of teams.
Yeah. We're excited about this teams coming together to represent Florida DRC this year. I was told that I had to be the coach, so I just follow my lead.
Nice. I was going to say, I understand that you have a lot of coaching experience in other sports.
Yeah. I coached college basketball for over 30 years, and then I'm a college athletic director that's seeking again. I resigned from my position about maybe 4 months ago at Polk State College as athletic director there. But athletics has always been a part of me. I played college basketball. I tell people all the time I was very fortunate as a player to been on the winning side more than the losing side, and so have the love and have the compassion for it still.
Nice. How's Dominique related to you?
Dominic is my son.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Dominic. Yeah, Dominic. Dominic is my son. Um, like I said, I'm the biological father, and we have a great relationship. We've always had a great relationship. And when he took part in TBT the first couple of years, I was working a lot, and then I kind of made it. He said, "Dad, I need you to coach team. I need you to coach team." So the past 4 or 5 years, I've been coaching Team DRC, now Florida Team DRC, because he grew up in my household, going to basketball practice where I coached at, going to games, and had a great um, passion about basketball. And even though he's an NFL, current former NFL football player,
Mhm.
uh, he loves basketball, and he thinks that he's a basketball player still. He thinks he's an NBA player, so that's why his love is playing in this TBT tournament every year
That is awesome.
because
Yeah.
he grew up around it.
Yeah. Love seeing the commitment. I was going to say he's consistently put a team in there, very strong teams in the tournament that have done quite well. So it's nice to see them year in and year out. Now, what do you know about the team that you partnered up with, the Florida TNT?
Well, I'll tell you, and give you a quick story. Dominique moved with me. Me and his mother never been married, but Dominique moved with me as a ninth grader here in Orlando, and attended a few high schools. And his partnership and knowing people like Coach Trapp began way back then. And with him playing the basketball here in Orlando and playing those Moneyball tournaments, him and Trapp has always had a relationship. And so after I think the tournament last year, them two got together some kind of way and said, "Hey man, let us partner up next year and bring our team together." And he said, "But we want your dad to coach the team." And so that's how I kind of started. But those two have been friends, and Terry are huge. They've all Moneyball guys, and
Mhm.
they on the same circuit, so they kind of partner with each other that way.
Nice. What's been your favorite moment so far with the TBT?
I think it's just the atmosphere. I mean, me being like I said, me being a former college basketball coach. I mean, brings back a lot of memories, and especially playing in places like Wichita, and now
Mhm.
we're going back to Louisville. Uh, 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 Getting that atmosphere, man, and the competitors. This is a very well-ran tournament. I mean, it brings very excitement during the summertime,
Mhm.
and it's basketball, man, at its highest level. These guys really compete. Even competing for the money, but it shows where this tournament has started from and where it's going. It's a very well competitive tournament, and I think that's what I love about it the most.
Well, I agree with you. Yeah, the quality of players, the quality of how the event is run and how it's organized. I was going to say a lot of times people were saying that this is exactly like the NCAA tournament, but it's not. The nice thing is these are professionals. These are guys who've been playing in the pros. They've had the ability to get past those growth spurts and have been able to hone their career. I mean, the great thing is there in this tournament, you have people from age probably 18, 19, all the way up to pay players that are in, late 30s, maybe even 40.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And
So
that's
it's
the beauty of it. Yeah,
exactly, it's a nice mix of talent. And then, of course, they're all playing for that big prize, that $1 million. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
yeah, absolutely.
So tell us about your GM, Terry Hughes.
Like I say, Terry, someone that has been on the circuit. I think he's been Florida TNT GM for years, and he does. And just me noticing, him over the years. He has a knack for talent, and he goes out and get good talent. I mean, it shows Florida TNT that they've always in the mix, and
Mhm.
because I mean, you got to have talent. You can be the X and the O's, but you need the Jimmy and the Joes. And Terry does a great job of seeing talent, and that's what he's done here, even with the Florida team, DRC team. He contacts me every time. He says, "Stan, we want to add this player," and send me film on him. I'm like, okay, I like it. I like it. And so, I mean, he's one that has a passion for it and takes it very serious, and someone who I respect basketball. I really do.
Obviously the coaching style I would think would be a bit different than when you were coaching the college students because you were trying to grow them as people and it was more about the journey in that situation where this is more about winning the games, but I'm guessing the X's and O's is probably very similar. Well, what is your philosophy?
Well, I tell you, over the years, coaching, I've learned. I've learned how to. Cause I'm a very I'm a very energy guy.
Mhm.
I was there as a player, and I did that same as a coach. And people say your teams are a mirror of you, and so that I like a lot. I'm high energy, and I think that the difference is from college to this is that these guys are basically professionals. They a
Mhm.
lot of overseas, and it's not a whole lot of teaching. It's more of managing and trying to say, okay, let's slow it up here. Let's get the ball inside here. But before it's trying to teach them, hedging the ball screen and trapping and midline jumper and good shot selection. You just got to manage those things. I have the hardest job to do. And when you got 11 to 12 talented basketball players all seeking for playing time, that's tough because you can sit there and say, well, I need to be in the game. Well, I mean, my job is tough enough. And I say, at the end, hopefully the best five will be on the court at the right time. So it's more of managing these guys than so much of coaching them, and I get a thrill out of it. So yeah,
Nice. I was gonna say one of the things that separate the TBT from everything else is the Elam ending. How do you feel about the Elam ending?
I love it. I think it's a component that whoever thought of that, man. I mean, I kudos to them because especially if it's a tight game at the end. Now you really get reminds me of the old NBA All Star game at the end, all during the game that they're playing, and then at the end, it really the last 2 or 3 minutes they really start to want to play and try to win it. I think it's no different, but this is for a little different. Just for me, and it's not like you're playing the best 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5. No,
Mhm.
it's the best 1 out of 1. and it makes it tough. And either referees, I think the referees understand that, and you got to earn it. You got to earn it to easy minute, and they just not gonna give you anything. And so, and that's where you find out how tough is your team and how tough of players that you got. Especially if it's a tough game at the end. So, don't look for the referee to give you nothing. You got to earn it in the minute.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
intensity and just how great it is that the game is won on a final shot. And I've probably been to, gosh, 40 games or so, and only once or twice have I seen the game end on a free throw. It's always the players, like you said, having to earn it and making that shot to win the game. And that just makes it such a better atmosphere because, well, you've coached for 30 years. You know how some games get watered down by fouls at the end of the game and they're just kind of running out the clock. Where this game, you can't run out the clock. You have to go forward full speed.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So they've recently announced the brackets. You're in Louisville, like you had mentioned. What is your opinion of your first round opponent, Team 901? What do you know about them?
Well, looking at the roster, I mean, you can see they're veteran team, and they got some veteran players over there that I saw. What's his name? I can't think of his name now. But so one guy he's taking more threes than he's taking twos.
Oh,
So that
wow.
tells me that you have to get up on him and and
Yeah.
and and and, and, and make it and hopefully not shoot it. I have a saying for all my opponents. We fear none, but we respect all.
Hmm.
And we got to go in the mindset of this game is that I don't look at seeding as a factor, no, because it's the best one out of one. You got to come
Hmm.
and ready to play, and this opponent seems like from roster from top to bottom, they're very talented. I see a few older gentlemen on the roster. So that tells me that they're veteran team. So that tells me that they're going to be very smart. They're going to understand the game of basketball. Our job is to play Florida DRC ball, and that's all we say. I'm not so I don't just even when I coach at the college level, I didn't put a whole lot of emphasis on what the other team is doing. We have to worry about what we're doing. If we're doing what we're doing, I think everything will be okay. But it's a tough opponent. This is a very tough opponent. So
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say it's got a nice region overall. I mean, you've got a lot of talent in there. And then I think the biggest thing is, like you said, not paying attention to the seeds because in the past, I've been at different TBT tournaments and seen the eighth seed beat the number one seed a couple times now, actually, over the years.
yeah. We last year I think we were seventh or AC team and won two games. So I mean, it's who's ready to play that night and hopefully the ball is falling your way and understanding that I'm a defensive minded person. And you got to play some defense. Got to play some defense.
So, who are some of your players you can tell us about?
Well, I tell you, I mean, from Florida TNT, Chris Warren. I mean, a guy can flat out put it up. I mean, he's no stranger to TBT. I think, from my understanding, he's averaged about 18, 19 points at a TBT player.
Nice.
Quick, Quincy Ford is back with the team from Florida TNT, and we're bringing over from us a guy named Bryce Beamer. I mean, Bryce is a 6'6" kid. I mean, I think does it all for us. So we're excited about our roster. I think Terry Hughes has done a great job of putting the team together. And then, like I say, my job, the hardest thing is to find playing time for all these guys. And so
Exactly.
we just hope we can string them up, put them up, and come with a good showing next Saturday night.
Exactly. You got a lot of great backgrounds, a lot of players that have played, like you said, overseas and in big games. And obviously, that's going to transition into success in the TBT tournament.
Yeah. And so just hopefully the toughest thing to do is to get, you know, 11, 12 guys to be on the same accord in a few days of practice and all that stuff. I mean, but hopefully these guys are professionals and they can put it together and come out there for one cause, and that's to try to win and win $1 million.
Obviously, there's a high importance on the GM, the players, that kind of thing. But the unsung heroes, we got to talk about them. The boosters, the sponsors. Uh, who are some of the people that have made this possible?
I tell you, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie,
Mm-hmm.
him and Trap. I think DRC has invested. This is his. I'll say this is his toy. I say he grew up in the household with his father, with me, going to basketball games, going to basketball camps, even hosting his own. He took over my basketball camp back when I used to be the Stanley Cromartie camp. Now it's the Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie camp, and he's been a bigger sponsor. I mean, he invests his hard money that he has, and he puts it aside every year. He tells the financial advisor, "I'm going to do this," and so and we hadn't seek to get a lot of other sponsors because I mean he's been the main sponsor.
Nice. I was going to say, I know the team has been around for a while, the DRC. Has he ever played in any of the games? Because I know he
Oh
does
yes,
basketball. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. And he'll suit up, he'll suit up. Matter of fact, he was like, "See, Daddy, man, you don't." And now he's 39 right now,
Mhm.
and so you don't let the play be that much. I'm like, DRC, come on. But I would get, but no, but he can play. He can really play, and he's a former defensive back, and it's all about defense with him. So he'll suit up next Saturday, and then your time I get him in, I'm gonna put him in, and he'll go out there and run around, and he might put him up a 3 or 2. So we'll see.
Nice. You said his focus is always on defense, just like you taught him. But is he more of a point guard or a two guard?
He can play the 2, 3, 4, and the 5
Oh,
at 6'2",
wow.
6. I mean, he'll play big,
Mhm.
but because he likes to bang, he's a banger. But growing up he was a guard. But now he's a weightlifter, and he likes to get around the basket and keep people around the basket. But he'll do whatever it takes.
Nice.
Do whatever it takes.
That's what we like to hear. Well, Stanley, it has been a pleasure having you on the show. We're excited about seeing you all play down in the Louisville region. Before we let you go, where on social media, where on the web can we find out more about Florida DRC?
Well, I tell you, I mean, go to TBT website and some stuff about us, our roster and all that good stuff. About what they put out there in the players. You can look at the roster on there. You can find more about our players that way.
Sounds great. It's been a pleasure having you on the show today.
And thank you.